you guys, how's everybody doing? I wanted to talk a little bit about diet. So we're all cooped up inside and there's nothing to do outside because what we usually do is go to places, to be inside those places and do things like a movie theater or a mall, right? But we can't do that anymore. So now we can go on walks and we can connect with nature, you know? But are you doing this? So I want to talk about some of the inspirations that have happened, really exciting ones in my own life, changes. And I'm not a big fan of the word diet, and I'm not a big fan of weight loss, that whole realm of thinking, mainly because it has this energy of you're doing everything wrong. In order to do it right, then you need to do it like this. But there's no right or wrong here. And the hardest part about being in balance with your body is listening to it. So how do we hear what our body is saying to us? We have to slow down, which is really hard to do, but I feel with coronavirus, we are actually able to slow down more than we're used to. And we're accessing nature. I mean, the door is open. Everything else is closed except the grocery store. So go out there and see what you find, right? You'll find yourself. All right, so I'm just going to relax here because I have a lot of exciting things and I got to catch up with myself. Okay, I bought vitamins. I had an inspiration to buy vitamins. It just happened. Inside of my body said, I want vitamins. So I went on Amazon and I just took a look at all the different options out there. And I chose to explore vegan, vegetarian vitamins. I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian. I was raised on raw meat, like rare, bloody, top sirloin steak meat, okay? But I will say that following my body is leading me into different interests. And I don't believe that you have to just be vegan or you just have to be vegetarian in order to be right or correct or a good person. We have to follow our body's needs. That's the best person that we could be because it's the best person that we can be for ourselves. Not for everybody else, but for ourselves, because we need to be what we need to be the brightest person that we can be. And not every body is ready for that, vegan and vegetarian. Not everybody is. But as I become more spiritually tuned, fine-tuned, I fine-tune every single day, but I'm also, that's my job, so it helps. But we're all being fine-tuned anyway every single day because of the energy of the stars in the universe, and the energies are always shifting, so we're shifting right along with them, and we are raising our vibration. We're becoming more tuned to love. And that is inspiring us to eat differently. If we listen to our bodies, now we're getting vegan, vegetarian vitamins or whatever your body tells you to do. So I got these. I'll show you guys. So I got a bunch of different kinds, okay? This is the brand I got, NATURELO. And I bought this brand because the wrapper around it said made with love. And I liked the green color. That's really why. And they were vegan, vegetarian vitamins. And I wanted something that was earth-loving. I got these vitamins, I started taking them, and something changed inside myself. I have not been craving meat since I've been taking these vitamins. And I've been eating a lot more fruit and vegetables and rice. And I'm eating cheese, which not everybody has a lot of positive things to say about cheese, but that's new. I'm usually a cookies and ice cream kind of girl, but now I'm like a fruit and a vegetable and a cheese kind of girl, and some nuts on the side sometimes. So something about taking these vitamins is inspiring a shift in my own diet. But I didn't do it because somebody told me to. And I didn't do it because I think it's the right thing to do. I did it because I felt an inspiration inside myself to do it. And then one thing led to another, and now here I am, right? So what do you guys think about this? How are you doing when it comes to this word diet? How is it treating you? So another thing So I moved to a side of town, this was last year, where I'm in a neighborhood. So I'm nowhere near a nature trail. And that means that I have to walk around houses and by a busy street. So I literally took a long time off from regular walking, and something has changed since coronavirus, and I'm getting over myself, and I'm choosing to walk even though it's not the circumstances I want, but I'm walking and I'm feeling great about it. And I don't have to drive 15 minutes to get to a nice, place to walk. I can just walk out my door and just be at peace with what I have to work with. So I'm getting fresh air, I'm walking, I'm taking these awesome vitamins, I'm inspired to shift my diet. So one thing, I know people who have been on Weight Watchers, and I was inspired to explore Weight Watchers. Not necessarily for weight loss, but for an inspiration to explore eating differently. So one thing that I like about Weight Watchers is you can eat as much fruit and vegetables. You can eat eggs, I believe salmon as well, and that's you can eat as much of it as you want because these are healthy foods. So the more carbs you eat, like there's certain foods that now you're adding up, and now it shows you a pathway to what you should put on your plate and how much is actually healthy to put on your plate. Like they'll tell you that your fist is the size of your stomach. Okay, so how much food do we put on our plate? A lot more than the size of our fist, right? So I'm exploring this, and I'm doing it, and I'm loving it. And I'm actually feeling bright from this. Just naturally bright. The vitamins bring the naturello out of me. But it's good. So I got this comment, and I think there's something in the air right now. And the comment is, how do I use sacred knowledge to lose weight? I want to ask you guys, how do you use sacred knowledge to lose weight? I feel that the best way is to always follow your heart. But I'm going to pause here because weight loss, dieting, everybody has a different relationship to this whole process. And it's hard, very, very hard for some people. And relationship with food can be complicated because food is comforting. It comforts us. The first thing that we experience after our scary, traumatic birth is milk to comfort us. And we're using food as a comfort tool from the moment we were brought into the world. And coffee is one that I used as a comfort food for a while, and I go on and off of coffee. But I feel I'm choosing black tea. There's something about tea that's a really good switch from coffee because coffee does not actually make me feel good. And it doesn't always wake me up. I have a lot of natural energy, so I don't necessarily need coffee, but I would just drink it because there's something about the smell, something about the taste. It's got this comfort essence to it. It's just like ice cream and cookies. Comfort. Comfort foods. Do you ever have a cookie and say, man, that was awesome, I need another one? When do you know when you've had enough? When you get a tummy ache? Or when you think, well, I've had 5 now, I probably should stop, right? Well, they're good. Who cares? I can have another 2 if I want to. So you just keep eating them. Like, whatever tells you that you have to stop? So what is the inspiration to do that in the first place? Sometimes we eat because we're bored, right? I'm finding that if I feel hungry and I want to know whether I'm actually hungry or not, I just drink a bottle of water. And then I just go about things, and then I'll feel, it helps me to know whether that is boredom hunger or actual hunger. Because sometimes we get caught up in, I just need a distraction from what I'm doing because I'm stressed out, so I'm just going to eat something. I probably should because it's like midday, so I probably should eat something, right? So instead of listening to our bodies And it's hard sometimes to know what our bodies are saying. We just eat. Eating solves all of our problems, doesn't it? Until the eating becomes a problem because of our relationship with food. Now, again, everybody's relationship with food is different. With food comforting us, with stress and the need to have food to cope with the stress. We have a relationship with food from young ages into old ages. So how do we use sacred knowledge in order to lose weight? I'm going to pause and just see if anything comes up from my guides. It's easy to say, follow your heart. It's easy to say, listen to your body. But how do you actually do it? You almost have to ask yourself questions regularly. Again, am I hungry? Or am I just stressed out? Or am I just bored? Drink a bottle of water. That is an easy humanistic tool. You don't have to be psychic to just get a bottle of water. You don't have to work on yourself at all. Just drink the water. Plus you're getting the water that you need in the day. It's good all the way around. All right, I'm waiting for the next message. Okay, do you love yourself? Do you feel like if you were to lose weight, that you would love yourself more than you love yourself right now? How do you love yourself for the way that you are right now? Without saying, well, if I lost weight, I'd love myself more. And I'd fit into those old jeans and I would love that. But do you love yourself the way that you are right now? How do you do that? If you were to stand naked in front of a mirror and look at yourself, would you be disturbed and bothered and grossed out? Would you make noises like, ugh, gross, yuck, what happened to me? It's not loving yourself. If you can love yourself as the way that you are, you're already accomplishing step one of bringing balance to your body. If you want to call that weight loss or dieting or just balancing your body, you start by loving yourself first. Otherwise, your diet is based on, I can't stand myself, so I'm going to do this in order to love myself. Because if I accomplish this goal, then I love myself more. But there's something beneath the surface that created the problem in the first place. And we need to figure out what that is. So the next thing is, when it comes to dieting, they're talking about, instead of dieting, it's almost like, okay, like baby step it. Don't just go crazy overnight. For instance, if you're not used to going for a walk once a day or at all, you could eat breakfast and then go for a walk, or the first thing you do in the morning is go for a walk and then eat breakfast. And that's already starting a diet just by doing that, because that is a self-love choice. Are you strong enough to take out certain foods? Like ice cream, for instance. Ice cream is great, right? But is it actually great? I'm questioning it. So if you were to tell yourself no on the snacking, how would you feel? How would your body feel? Would it feel like you are neglecting it? That it needs that snack in order to cope with life? You have to find something else in order to cope with life other than the snack, other than that food. And you got to take what is overeating, right, and transform it into an opportunity. Like, go for a walk around your neighborhood, even if there's cars and people and it's not a quiet, peaceful trail. It's still getting outside. It's still connecting with the fresh air and the sunlight or the stars, whichever time you go for a walk. This is really what you should be thinking about doing. But enjoy it. Dieting shouldn't be a suffering event. It shouldn't be a nightmare. It shouldn't be destroying you. It should be fun to get to know your body and yourself in a new way. It should be an adventure. And so to make it the experience as an adventure is going to help you reach your goal, right? So working on self-love, drinking more water, letting go of the snacking, and if you need snacking to cope with life, come up with another tool. Really, just, you don't have to pump up the volume as you're walking. You can just leisurely walk. It's already starting a new energetic routine. It's shifting things. And have fun with it. So that's what they have to say about that. All right. I'm going to find out which video that was on, and I'll put a link in the description. I have a feeling it may have been on my Psychic Senses video that I recently shared. I want to thank you all for watching and commenting, and I hope you enjoyed this message, and I hope you all have a great day.